Hey guys, Philip Lopez here with nichesbecrazy.com. Let me make sure I have audio real quick, and then I'll go over 10 tips. Let's see if I can remember my title here. 10 tips that will help you make money even if you have an email list or you have no following whatsoever. Pretty much somewhere in that area, right? Maybe you're just starting off with internet marketing and you have no idea, or whatever kind of marketing you're doing, you have no idea how to even get started, right? Or how to even get anybody on your email list. Maybe you don't even know how to set up an automation sequence or a follow-up sequence, or anything like that. All right, let me check this real quick. Idea or whatever kind of marketing. Cool. So I just have a few tips, guys, that I want to go over because I think it'll help people, right? And then at the end, I'm going to send you to some free training if you want to do that yourself. But first, let's go ahead and just do this, all right? So number one, all right, what do we got here? So this is more in my wheelhouse, and it can work for you too, guys, because you're already on Facebook. You can create a Facebook profile, guys. And so, some of you have heard this before, guys, but I can't stress enough how important this is, how you can start a business with Facebook, all right? You can create a Facebook business profile, all right? If you have an existing profile and you just want to segment your friends, just talk to me. I'll private message you a way to segment your friends, guys. Just get started today. That's all there is to it, okay? Talk about your business every day. Go out and find people that are interested in the niche you're in, right? Maybe you're interested in selling FBA stuff or whatever, right? Amazon FBA. Maybe you go and, hey, what's going on, Andy, Robert, Sean? Maybe you go out and friend people that are already interested in that. Maybe they know more than you about it, right? You can learn something from them. Maybe you start learning stuff, and then you surpass those people and you start teaching them stuff, right? So it'd be good to friend those people on a new Facebook profile. I don't care what anybody says. I've been using two Facebook profiles for a while. Hopefully this doesn't get me on Facebook's radar or anything. And I haven't had any issues, and I know a lot of people that do that, okay? In fact, this profile has taken over the other one. I don't hardly use the other one at all, except for, like, family. Anyways, you can do this stuff, guys. It's not impossible. I have a course on that if you want to see that. If y'all don't, then just go out and Google it. You can create another profile. What's up, Andy? Honey Badger. So the next thing I have for y'all, guys, is if you can up things a little bit by creating your own Facebook group. All right, guys, I can't stress. I have close to 800 members in my Facebook group. It took me a while to get there, but once you start getting things going, it's like an avalanche, right? It's like a snowball effect, not an avalanche. It starts building up, and then you start gaining a lot more momentum, right? Hey, what's going on, Pops? You start getting more momentum, right? You start getting more and more people into your group, and before you know it, that's all kinds of social proof you can use to start getting review access. If you want to go the IM way, start getting review access to products. I don't know how many products, how many softwares I've got review access to, how many times I've gotten, like, hey, what's up, Joe? How many times I've gotten access to a software that other people paid for, the entire funnel, just because I have a name in this industry. I'm not even a super affiliate. What's going on, G? I'm not even a super affiliate or anything like that. I'm getting there, but I'll get there one day. I don't even know what that means. Is that even in the dictionary? I don't even know. Maybe Andy's a super affiliate, not me. But what's it called? So yeah, it doesn't take too much to get this going, and a Facebook group can help you with that. And you can even up things with doing live videos like I do right now. I have this syndicating to my Facebook group. I have this syndicating to my Facebook page. And you know what, guys? That stuff helps you, right? Jeet says free review products are awesome. Yeah, I guess, yeah. What's it called? Okay, and here's another tip, guys. Like, when you start making friends on Facebook, what if you started, connecting with 10 people per day? Let's say it's just 5 people per day on Facebook, right? What would happen there if you started connecting with 5 new people every day, right? Actually going out there and going to talk to those people, right? Maybe you just say, hey, how are you doing? What do you do with your business, right? Ask them about themselves. Go out there instead of just being like, hey, I got something to sell you right now. You go out there and what's it called? Oh, that's all right, Dominus. Catch up later on, brother. What's it called? Maybe you go out there and just start connecting with 5 people a day, 5 to 10 people a day, and you just ask them about what they have going on with their business, right? Eventually, that little relationship will help you. Will help you. Get in with that person. Maybe later on they're like, hey, do you have something to recommend here and there? People will start asking you for your affiliate link if you start putting more buy links out there, buy buttons out there. If you put yourself out there and actually give a shit about what other people have going on, they'll start seeing you as an authority after a while, because they'll be like, hey man, this guy really cares, right? This guy really cares. He asked me about my business, didn't even send me to a link the first time I talked to them. Maybe the second, third time or whatever, maybe they start asking you about what you do, and then you could be like, hey, I help. Like for me, I would be like, hey, I'm looking for new recurring income streams and high ticket stuff that will get me high ticket sales, right? That's what I'm doing, right? And they'd be like, oh really? What program are you in? Oh really? Wow, it's only that much to get in? Oh wow. What has your been experience? Well, I'm making this much right now, right? I'm already profiting, whatever, right? Maybe they start getting curious about what you're doing, or maybe they see your success and they want to replicate it. And and that's your in right there, is by actually going and giving a shit and listen to what they have to say first. What's that Stephen Covey says? Seek first to understand and then to be understood. Listen to people, right? Listen to them, give a shit about what they have to say before you even think about injecting your own, whatever into the conversation. Listen to people, all right? That's helped me out in business and in life in general, okay? Helped me become a better listener, right? Everybody's so quick to just be wanting to, talk about themselves or talk about how something relates to them. You know what I mean? Like you're just waiting for the other person to stop talking just so you can inject your opinion, rather than just listening to them, right? With some empathy, right? And listening to them and actually really giving a shit about what they have to say, and not just judging them right away, right? Not judging them right away. Maybe you're like listening to somebody and you're like, oh man, you totally fucked up, or whatever. Excuse my French. You totally messed up, right? You totally messed up. Instead of saying that, maybe you're like, okay, I can see where you're coming from there. Just shut up for a little bit, listen to them, and you'll see that pays. That stuff, that kind of stuff right there, guys, is going to make people know, like, and trust you faster, more so than if you just saying, oh, here's some great training, go check it out, right? I would say that, you may get a sell one time, but that's not going to bring people to you every time, I don't think, right? So, all right, let's move on to the next one. I kind of elaborated on that one. So the next one I have for you is you can create a YouTube channel, right? Similar to Facebook, right? You can start creating a YouTube channel and make it specific to your niche, right? So YouTube is free. Facebook is free, guys. You don't have to have an email list to start making sales, right? Maybe every day you make a YouTube video, right? You can go on a YouTube Live, even better, right? That reaches more people. And you share that video on Facebook. Maybe you share that video with your family and tell them, hey, can you please share this video? I'm using this for my marketing, and I would love for you to share it. It's just me sharing some really, really cool stuff, right? Or maybe you're sharing something that you're selling, right? There's nothing wrong with that, right? So you can start up a YouTube channel, guys. It does not have to be perfect, right? Instead of asking, I put this post up the other day about ask holes, which people ask a million questions. I was like this at first. This is why I can personally relate to this. Is you start asking 50,000 questions before you even start implementing anything, right? Maybe you already have a list of the next 10,000 questions you have for somebody before you even implement what they've already told you, right? I've met many people like this. I've done this myself. I don't do this so much anymore. You know what I mean? And sometimes you got to say, I'm sorry that the middle of my sentence interrupted the beginning of your sentence. Exactly, right? And what's it called, guys? Hold on, let me see where I was at. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I totally got off track there. I'll be honest, guys. so yeah, you can create a YouTube channel. You can start working with that. You can start, start creating something every day. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, right? And don't ask. Oh yeah, ask holes. That's what I was talking about. Don't ask a million questions. Maybe you ask a couple of targeted questions and you start taking imperfect action upon those asked questions, right? Maybe you ask somebody, how can I start a YouTube channel? You know what? Just start creating start creating content. You're gonna mess up the first. This is what I would say to somebody, like, you know what? You're probably gonna suck at first, right? You're probably gonna suck. Get good enough channel art to get going. Get like 10 videos that you can make right away, and then you can put those into your channel. That way, when people go to your channel, they have multiple things to see from you, right? You're not going to be good at SEO starting off, right? You could probably do that stuff and take a while, learning YouTube SEO and all that stuff. But honestly, if you want to get started, if you want to just get started, right, and don't know anything else or whatever, maybe you'll just get better at making, YouTube videos, right? That'll be the goal at first, right? Maybe your first channel will kind of suck. Maybe later on in the future, you'll make a channel where you're going to know a little bit more about YouTube SEO. Maybe you're going to know more about buyer keywords. Maybe you're going to know more about how to get your message across and how to have people share it, right? And how to make, great videos that have like bullet points and have all these like, what's it called? I've seen something that works great with video or YouTube videos is like text in the video, right? That keeps people, on there. Things more, it looks a little more like news, Yeah, I do have a YouTube channel, man, and my YouTube channel is not perfect. I'll be honest. What's it called? I have two of them. One of them I don't even touch anymore. It was for like creating your own YouTube channel. It was just like the training that it was like the stuff that I was doing as I was creating my YouTube channel. And I had one video, and get this, guys, I had one video that has close to 80,000 views just because I made a video about some stupid little channel icon thing, little problem that a lot of people had, and it ended up getting 80,000 views, and it ended up being my first $100 in AdSense in the last 2 years, right? And I haven't even touched that channel really at all in months. All I do is go in there and comment, like, hey, thanks for watching my video. Thanks for watching my video. I don't know why I'm doing these hand things. So that's the importance of putting more stuff out there, guys. I'm not saying that it necessarily has to be so much quantity. Maybe at first make it more about quantity and then focus on quality as you learn a little bit more, right? What's going on, Nikos? And okay, so kind of elaborate upon this little step right here, or this little tip right here. The next thing I would say is, aside from creating your own YouTube channel, is maybe you start working with the existing friends you have on Facebook. I'm gonna go to my Facebook profile real quick, guys. I'm gonna show you my page here. All right, so I have here, this is my profile, right? Let's see if I can get this to work without being crazy over here. I got about 2,100 friends, guys. That's 2,000, over 2,000 prospects, right? Not everybody's going to be a prospect, but I can tell you that out of that many friends, I probably have maybe 1,000, or maybe let's say 200 to 300 that I talk to on a regular basis, right? And even if you don't talk to them, guys, what if you start talking to your existing fan base? What if you start talking to your existing friends right away? When you start having conversations on Facebook, I don't care what anybody says, EdgeRank is still a thing. I've noticed more engagement when I'm engaged more on Facebook myself, right? When I'm engaging in my Facebook group, when I'm engaging with people via private message, right? So let's see if I can get this to pull up, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. If you go look over here on your right-hand side, and I learned this from a product that I bought, that I got review access to, at least the concept, right? Give it a second, guys. You'll see, and I'll just talk about what I'm talking about. You'll see your friends come up over here. You'll see ones that you usually talk to, come up. And there's me talking to my buddy Lenny. Lenny's a good guy, by the way. Go follow him. He's a great guy. It looks like it's being a little silly. And here's another thing I noticed, guys. Look at this. Story. You can start making stories. This is just an additional tip. This was not something that was around before, I don't think, right? You can start adding stories, kind of like a little Snapchat or Instagram or whatever. And that could be another thing, right? I don't even do that myself, really. I've done it a couple times. It's not my forte, but that doesn't mean you can't use it, guys. That means that is another angle for you to reach your audience, okay? Facebook is extremely powerful, okay? If you have nothing else going on, I can't get this to pull up for some reason. so let's see oh, you know what? I'm probably in the wrong damn place, I just realized. So let's go over here. Let's see if that's what I'm doing wrong. I forget. I don't know. I mess up sometimes when I'm live. But this happens, right, guys? Let's see if it pulls up my friends over here on the right-hand side. It doesn't really matter, guys. You can go into private message. I'm not going to go into mine quite yet because I have a lot of people. Sometimes people share sensitive information or something that I don't want everybody to see. All right, so Facebook Live is not really compliant with me, but you can start connecting with people that already are interested in what you have to say, right? You can start sending them a message every day. What's wrong with contacting somebody and just being like, hey, what do you have going on today? Are you coming across any problems? Do you have any successes that you want to share? Think about this, right? Think about how much people will trust you. You'll be like, hey, do you have something you want me to share or something like that? If it fits with my audience, I'll tell them about it, right? I do that all the time. Hey, do you have a YouTube channel? I can share that with my audience. I have a Facebook group. I can share that with my audience, right? I have some leverage there, so I can get you some subscribers. I've gotten people subscribers just by telling people about the other person's channel, right? Go ahead and give, guys. Give without expecting shit in return. Don't expect shit in return, right? This stuff is it's like, I do believe in karma, right? You put good stuff out there and you'll get good stuff in return, and I found that to be true for myself. So I don't think there's any doubt that it will happen for you too, right? If you put bad stuff out there, guess what will happen, right? So I've noticed that when I put, when I go out there and I say, hey, here's my buddy's blah blah blah's YouTube channel, go check it out. Hey, here's what blah blah blah. Blah blah blah's blog or whatever. Go check it out. It's great. This guy has good content, right? I noticed that people are very that makes people know, like, and trust you faster, and I do it because it makes me happy, right? It's like holding the door open for a stranger. It kind of sucks if they don't say thank you, right? But you do it because it makes you feel good to be a good person, right? It makes you feel good to share without expecting anything in return, right? So, what's it called? With that being said, let's get on to the next one. What do I have for y'all here? Okay, so I have become active in Facebook groups, right? You're already probably in like a ton of Facebook groups, right? If you have no email list, no following or whatever, guys, just start posting stuff in the groups, right? If you need help with that, guys, just start asking. Go out there and ask what autoresponder you should use and see if people don't react, right? Go out there and ask people, hey, what's your best email subject line tip, all right? What's your best engaging on Facebook tip, all right? Ask people engage in the group and see if people don't start following you. Then you start friending the people that actually start answering the questions, liking whatever you put in that group, right? Start talking to those people, right? Those people are active in the group, and that's what you want. You want people that are active, and then maybe if you have a Facebook group yourself, you send them back to your Facebook group, right? So that's just another thing, right? Next thing I have for you is fill out your profile. I don't know how many people I see do this wrong, right? You have a Facebook profile. How much trust are people going to have in you if you're not out there in the open, right? You're not out there and you don't have like, hey, my name's Philip. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I love the Cowboys. This is Facebook, all right? This is Facebook. People should know. If you come to Facebook to be anonymous, then you're doing it wrong. I think you're doing it wrong, right? You're not going to grow as fast if you have the picture of a Chester Cheetah on your profile, okay? You need to have your real face, smiling, crooked teeth or whatever you have, right? Smiling and be a real person. If you want to up your game a little bit, put a video in there. I've seen people start putting videos in there. I haven't put one myself. I just have one of me drinking a Cosmo, and I had one of me and my girlfriend. Change it up every once in a while, but make sure people can see your face clearly so they're not confused about who the hell you are, right? Maybe you mess around every once in a while. John says, Philip's speaking truth because I've watched his progress from a naked newbie to authority he is today by implementing every tactic he's written. And that's true, you guys. I started off, me and John, we both were mentored by Alex Jeffries. We started off there, and I didn't know anything, guys. I didn't know anything. I spent money on the mentoring. It wasn't the best mentoring program, to be honest. In my opinion, it wasn't for me. Let's put it that way. But that doesn't matter, guys. Ultimately, everything is on you to succeed, right? Don't rely on someone else to do it for you, right? Maybe they can help you or whatever, but ultimately you are you have to control your own destiny, right? But yeah, this is what I've done. I've done it primarily through Facebook myself, and I built up a really good following here, right? Built up a really good following here, and if you have no email list, no following whatsoever, you can start today. That's the best thing. You can start today, and you can use Facebook. It's completely free. You don't have to go out there and buy any traffic right away. Just get on Facebook and start connecting with people, right? You'll start connecting with people that are targeted in your niche, right? All right. So, hey, what's going on, Nicholas? How you doing? And Sven. Another thing is you can use a real pic. Oh, I already said that. Looks like I already went through some of these myself, right? So, I kind of went off the numbers or whatever, but let's look at the last one. Okay, so here's the last tip I have for you. We'll just call it 10. I kind of mixed it up here. So, create a video every day talking about your niche. Or something that you can relate back to your niche. Now, you can do this for both YouTube or Facebook. Look what I'm doing right here. I'm using this. I just made 10 tips, and I just kind of elaborated on them from my personal experience. That way it's congruent with my message, right? And, you can make a video every day on Facebook. Facebook Live is free. Facebook Live is free. Adding an MP4 to Facebook is free, and you'll get more reach if you add it to Facebook rather than adding a YouTube video. That doesn't mean don't share your YouTube video. Make your message congruent. Don't worry about repetition, right? If people see things more often from you, they're gonna start saying, maybe this guy is like legit. Maybe he knows what he's talking about. Maybe I don't have. And sometimes I have different products to recommend and stuff like that. That's good. There's gonna be launches and products and softwares that come out all the time, right? But the messages can sometimes be the same, right? Because, success is really, it's not about doing 20 million different things. It's about doing, a couple select things very often and doing it consistently so you can do it well. And that's really what it is, right? That's really what it is, right? I'm going to include, guys, I'm going to end it there. Here, I'll say one last thing, guys. Just over-deliver whenever you can and add pattern interrupts whenever you can. I do a lot of videos from here. Oops, there's a mic. What's it called? Sometimes I'll try to do about, when I'm out and about. I remember earlier this year I went to the National Video Games Museum, and I thought that was kind of cool, man. I thought that was really cool. It's sharing stuff that's really happening. I was in crutches at the time because I tore my calf muscle. And whatever, guys, that's some real stuff. Mix it up with some real life stuff, right? Let people know that you're a real person, right? let them know that you're not just maybe not being that polished is better sometimes, you know. So because you're not that guru that has like you can't relate as much with people. You know, I'm just a Cowboys fan from Dallas, Texas, you know, and people can relate to that because maybe they're a Bears fan, maybe they're a Jets fan, maybe they're an Eagles fan. Oh gosh, what's it called? What's it called? Maybe they can relate with that guy a little bit more so than the guy that's in a suit that's real polished and that drives a Lamborghini. You know, that stuff. You know, that might catch people's attention when they're desperate or whatever. But after a while, when you start reaching your target market, you'll see that some people see that those Lambos and all that stuff, that all that Tai Lopez stuff or whatever in my backyard or whatever. All that stuff is it's kind of it reaches a certain crowd that's desperate, right? Now, almost every crowd has a little bit of desperation, but some of them are a little bit different. My crowd, I'm trying to reach people that kind of know a little bit more about internet marketing, but they just need a little bit, step it up a little bit, right? Maybe they know that the push button software or the push button training is not out there. That's not a thing, right? Maybe there's software and training that will help you. That will help you get there a little faster. But that push button stuff, we all know that even if it is around, it's something that's temporary because that kind of stuff doesn't really exist. It has to be mutually beneficial for all parties, in order for it to work out, right? Here in my garage. Hey, thanks, Pop. I appreciate that. So that's all I have for you guys. I think I said pattern interrupt. I said over deliver, right? Like even right now, I have more than 10 tips, right? I have like, I don't know, tons of tips. I'm just telling you what I do, right? Give stuff away, give it away freely, and people will just buy your stuff because they know, like, and trust you, and because maybe they need a little bit more of a targeted way of doing things. So if you do need a little bit more of a targeted way of doing things, I'm going to include a training that's free. I have a free weekly training. It's not mine, guys. It's from a little program I'm in. You can check it out, guys, and you can use it for any business model you're in. Now, there is something that is for sale there, or whatever. If you want to take that up, that's something I'm in myself, and I'll tell you everything I know about that. But if you don't want that, that's absolutely fine, right? I'm going to be doing these videos, and I'm going to be sending you to that training because that training, it doesn't have to be that complicated, right? That training is really all you need if you're trying to make a little bit of money online. And if you want a simple way to make money online, then that's what it is, right? That's all there is to it, okay? Just take my tips here. Maybe you look at that training, apply it to what you're already in or what you're maybe getting into, or check out what I'm doing too. Whatever you want to do, guys, I hope this has helped you. And if it has, please like it, share it, comment. Let me know if you have any additional tips. And I just want to thank you for joining me. Have a great day, guys.